At least pick up that phone number, write
You
it
can
down.
never know.
And you can never know. You can never know, you know. So a smile looks to be
It's a lot. It's magic.
It looks to be a small thing, but it's one of the most important elements that we look out for in a relationship. Someone smiling means is welcoming you. Someone that is smiling means is not judging you. Someone smiling back to you means he is not judging you for who you are. They are open hands. You know, I'm
here.
Tell
you're a
me.
human being. And I will treat you with respect.
And you know, the missionaries were coming to Africa. They were coached to have even plastic smiles. You know, that was part of the coaching in the seminaries. They will tell them, when you go to Africa, make sure that you smile. So they will be like, but the thing is, I know it is, but they were taught that is the magic that lightens up, that turns someone, you know, that opens up their life to you. So keep smiling. Smile as much as you can. Some of course eat the plastic way, which is a turn off. But I'm saying genuinely smile. I've been to banking halls. Okay, and sometimes it's just a pen. Eish! And this girl gives you a look,
an attitude,
and you're like, whoa,
just a pen.
Whoa. Even when you say, "Ma'am, I am sorry, apologies," it's like, and you're like, Kati, I pity the person in this girl's life.
Yeah.
If you can do that to a stranger,
then how about to a person?
Who is in your life? Who exactly is in your life? How are they surviving? So, when you're doing an audit on you, consider that to be really, really. How many times do you smile? How many people do you meet in a day? Even at your workplace. The people that walk to your table at your workplace. How do you talk to them? How do you treat them? That does not make you lose.
Yeah.
That
it
does
makes
not
you
make
a good human being.
You're a human being.
Yes, a good, respectful human being.
And I have found out that strength, you know, lies in your vulnerability. Real strength is in you being vulnerable. It's not in you putting
being
up your
strong and
guards.
fences.
It means, you know, when you go to a place where these dogs, which back, it's because they are timid. A real dog will not bark a lot. Will wait for you to get in and it will come for you. So strength does not lie in you putting out a mean face, trying to intimidate people, trying to push them away.
And by
it means you're very timid.
It's an old man, there's a story someone told me. It was actually one of my clients, and so he was an uncle to, you know, like you would have your cousins, your people at home that you know that these men are actually searching. So this is an older man. He finds the girl on a street. The girl is walking her own things. Actually, they're around the Winton Street, and the girl smiles back, and I think she had dropped something, and this guy helped pick it. He's like, "Oh, thank you so much. What?" So this guy was like, "I'm interested. It's late. It's around 7. Where are you headed?" And the girl was like, "I'm going home. I'm going to get a taxi and go home." I was like, "Okay, can I get your number?" You would never know. So this girl just gives him the number. The guy is old. The girl would have said that, "You know what? You're an old person. I can't give you my number." Or some girls even give wrong numbers. So the girl genuinely gave him the number, and she went away. So after 2 months, this guy remembers, because there was a family like reunion together with friends. So calls the girl and was like, we have something, but I remembered you. You had a warm smile and you really looked like you come from a well-nurtured home. Can you come around? There's just going to be a barbecue and people hanging around. But for him, it was a setup for one of his boys in the family. And the sons were like they were well brought up. They were nice guys. So she goes, and someone gets a number from her, leads to another, and all of a sudden
they're married.
They're being walked down the aisle, and the family, and the guy is like, it started with a smile. This, I found her on the street. For God's sake, she did not have to even smile back at me.
I have so many to say. I have a lot. I would give so many. The same story.
Like being open-minded.
Just for, you know, you go to a place. At times, it's even a recommendation.
Yeah.
For a job.
Yeah.
You're like, I met this girl. I am very sure
She will
very
do
sure
what
she'll
you
do
need.
that. She'll give you more than I recommend 100%. And some of them have landed very big jobs and in very big organizations and making a lot of money simply because there was a smile to their face. Some of them it's in restaurants,
Even waiters,
where
yes.
in restaurants where I've gone to eat, you sit and you know, and this girl serves you so well. She's has a very warm smile,
And you're thinking,
she's
how much
welcoming,
does she earn?
and you're like, can you give me your number? She gives you your number, and the next thing you're recommending her somewhere, and she doesn't even know that you recommended her.
Yeah.
The next time you meet her to that place, it's like, do you know these people? They're like, I'm the one who recommended you here. She's like,
People
what?
think that
But the
everyone
thing
is
yes.
out there to get them.
Let me tell you,
It's not that bad of a world we're
keep
in.
smiling. Smile. Open up.
Yeah.
Don't carry the whole world on your shoulders. You're 25 and you look like you're 48.
I know, with
Stop
wrinkles.
it. Stop it. Free up. Free up. Smile. Be a real human being.
And then some girls also should stop being too spiritual. I love being spiritual, but you should stop overly
Shoot.
being too
Shoot.
spiritual.
Yeah.
Because for you, every dream that you get, when you find someone, they took your number, and then you're dreaming things, and then you're telling everyone your dreams, and then like you are making everything too serious. And let me tell you, I think some of those things, the devil just entangles them and holds them in one place, that they will see bad in everyone. They will dream evil dreams for everyone or about everyone.
Yeah.
And so, because they'll be like, oh, I'm praying about it. Number one, they will be ill-mannered. Most of those girls, by the way, are ill-mannered. It's very rare to find a girl who is open-minded and well-mannered who will over-spiritualize everything.
Yeah.
Most of them will be the one that are ill-mannered, that will over-spiritualize everything. So, you saying, praying about it is okay. And dreaming about things is also okay, but do not over spiritualize it like there's another if God does not say yes and I'm going to go into a 40-day fast about this. Can you start with being friends?
Yep.
Can you start with being friends?
Don't use spirituality as a cover-up.
I know, or for bad manners.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, and I've seen so many girls do that, and
Yeah.
not just the young, but even the old, and they are in their own bubble. And by the way, most of them, they will loosen up. I don't know why the devil makes them loosen up for bad guys.
Yeah.
They will torment the good guys, pray about it, fast about it, dream all the evil dreams. But for the bad guys, they will never dream the evil dreams. And before you know it, they're trapped in wrong relationships. And all of a sudden, they're like, but God, you didn't warn me. And yet they over-spiritualized. Pray about it. Yes, you can fast about a relationship, but create a friendship. God knows that a friendship does not hurt.
I know.
He knows that a friendship does not hurt.
Doesn't.
And out of the friendship, that is when you will know some of these things.
So that 10 years can turn into a few months.
Yeah.
And you are the happiest.
If you're able
girl.
to audit, yeah.
So, God, you just do that audit. There are lots of things for you to audit, but those are some of the.
How they put on.
Yeah, proceed.
It matters
And
how you present
now
yourself.
let's talk about that a little bit, because when you generalize and say put on, how you put on, someone may not get you. I would want you to try and put more flesh to it, because some girls' interpretation of
how put on be skimpy to
because
invite
again
people.
I've interacted with some girls who will tell you that I need to be very skimpy for me to be able to get the attention. And that's what they have been told.
That's what they're seeing in the world right now.
Same with the same girls again. They're like, men that have the boldness and the courage to say something are in either clubs, bars, hangout places, those places. You understand? And it's been the same. They go skimpy, go to these places and get a guy who will only hurt them.
Yeah.
So they come back and say, I think I found the right guy. And after a month comes back and says, the guy was lying, was married. But he used me. So thing is, put some more flesh to the bit about
when it comes
the
to
dressing.
the dressing.
How do you dress?
To the dressing.
How do you dress as a girl? And I'll tell you, our interpretation as men from your dressing.
For me, I really think knowing your body as a woman really, really matters. There are people who put on pants and you're like, my goodness, I wish they knew that their body does not look good in pants. You know, like all their geography is out there, but the geography that is not good.
Yes.
There are people who have good geography that if they put on a certain kind of pant, they will actually look good in it. Nego jambade eringe erikamatu, eringe egenzemu ebitege, but ojambade kubanga yeri kumulembe. Let's quit putting on designers, simanyi, because something is on trend. Put on something that suits you and fits your body and flatters your body, by the way. There are things that flatter your body. Because there are women out there who are looking for men, ngayazalako. Maybe they have a lubuto, and maybe they, you know, what happens when a woman gives birth. But for you, you are there putting on skimpy things, and then they are so tight, and ogendo yika, but you're also looking and you're searching for someone. And yet you could have dressed decently, something that flatters your body, not too tight, but that goes through your body. Chiffon dresses, it can be a short, nice dress, knee length, but looking nice. And maybe you don't look good in body hugging, but you look good in shift dresses or something that, you know, flatters your body. So I don't know, but be decent. Be decent. Men like things that are left to their imagination. How does she look like?
Create some suspense for me. Don't put it all out there. Let me imagine what is underneath.
But the kasumbusa has been tied.
Now you've brought out the real thing that I wanted to say. For us, it's about imagination. Our power is in the imagination. So when you put it out there, then there's nothing left to my imagination. So I look there once and don't look back. When I look once and I look back, it's now because I'm engaging my imagination about how you look. You get my point?
Yes.
When everything is out there, I look once.
The whole world has seen.
I look once, I get disgusted, and I go on with my life. I'm talking about serious guys.
Yes.
When there's something left to imagination, I don't look once. I look once and I look twice. Because now I'm engaging my imagination about the real you. Because you've covered yourself a little bit.
And some people, we want to put on however we want. Put on however you want. No one is dictating.
So, and then I liked the bit of know your body shape, because your body shape will never lie. So give it at least an opportunity to be itself. Don't attack it.
Attack it.
It's attacking, by the way. It is attacking. Anything,
but it feels so bad.
Anything that construes you to look a certain way, it's painful. So you are attacking your body. So don't attack it. Leave it to breathe.
And some of the people will say body types. There are people who have
So know your body type. Now let me tell you something about designers. The reason as to why all the designers out there look a certain way is because they have worked on their bodies. So whoever that hires them to sell their clothes because they look good. You get the point?
The models and all that.
I've seen men who have gone to buy a shirt simply because they saw a designer.
A model putting on.
But you're like 6 months pregnant. So he buys the shirt.
Oh Lord.
And you get the designer and you get yourself and you're like, what
I ordered for and what I received. The designer, you attacked yourself.
The designer lied to you. You don't have the designer's body. So before you buy that cloth, before you buy that cloth, look at your body and see if it can fit. Because the designer is paid.
So let me
the
make
designer
a
spends
suit.
hours working on their body to look a particular way. And that's not you. So you're not the designer. You're just buying the clothes that is on the designer. That's why now most designers are trying to get different body shapes to help people not have regrets while they're doing their shopping.
Or even do custom.
So they'll get someone with
a pot belly
and use them as a designer because the impression before lied so many and many were getting disgusted. So give your body a chance and an opportunity to be itself and get something that looks good on you. As
And
a
you know
woman.
that there are people who will say that, oh, it's so good, you know, a woman who has curves. Have you seen people that have the A structure? Women who have the A structure, they're small up and they're big down. And then all of a sudden, they put on a legging. And like, it's so disgusting. A person that has an A structure to put on something that is too tight and yet they are too huge with, you know, the hips really pichi or bugenzeko, and you're like, mama, yes, we know that the hips are good, but some things also in extreme look weird. Can you be able to cover yourself, put on a proper skirt that flatters your hips? There are people that need to flatter. They're you know, so look at your body type and know what looks good on me. Not because others are telling you. Other people are doing it on social media to get likes.
I know.
That is why they would put on those things. But half the time, people are looking and they're like, this is quite disgusting. But what is disgusting gets more likes.
Yeah.
Okay? But what looks well covered and well nurtured will not get as much likes. You know? So don't go by the likes. Don't go by the following. Don't go by how many people are saying, oh my God. Go by how you want to be seen as a woman and how you want to be viewed as a woman.
So as a man, your dress code informs. How you dress really informs about the kind of person that you are. Because you've given us a blank check to fill in the missing gaps. So we are filling in the gaps on your behalf because we've not approached you to defend yourself. We've not talked to you. But then we make a premeditated kind of decision based on how you look. So don't throw yourself in a pool that you don't belong to. And as I said, the power of a man is in his imagination. So she's used the word flatter. Okay, give us an opportunity to imagine. Give us an opportunity to leave a bit of it to us, create some suspense for us, and we will not go wrong.
And this is what beats my mind.
So don't put out everything.
You find a woman that is clearly naked, and you will find a man who has put on like 2 t-shirts, another jumper, and another, and like the man is covered like he's in winter, and the woman is half naked. They've only covered certain areas of their bodies, and you're like, but Ania Tuloga, like, are we bewitched as women? Some women just look bewitched. And I know that it could be trending, but let me tell you, it is disgusting. Yes, it can be used for showbiz. Yes, it can be used to push entertainment, but it can never be used to push marriage. Never be used to push.
The two do not live in the same space.
They do not mix at all.
You want one, but are using the wrong method to get what you want. And truth is, we categorize you as something else.
You're out there to think, what do you want?
We think otherwise about you. And so when you push us to think otherwise about you, then we just shelf you.
We'll put you in that category.
We don't waste our time. So the reason as to why average girls draw a lot of attention, and I've said this before, is because any man out there looking for an opportunity to settle wants a wife, wants a woman, a mother of his children,
someone to settle with.
So they're not looking for a jumpy girl who is going to give them sleepless nights. They're looking for someone who will settle down and raise a family with. So if your friends have coached you otherwise, it's possible you'll stay in that pool for the longest time, because the methodology here and the application thereof is wrong.
No, it can never work.
It will never work. So even if it were me, most of these boys, when they come to me, sometimes I just look at the picture and I'm like, I'm not a judge, but I think you have quite some work to do.
Are you ready for it?
Are you ready for it? And then it's like, well, I have a few things to tell you. And that's how the conversation begins, by the way. Usually, it's from, well, Uncle Tim, I need to meet you, blah, blah, blah. I met this girl.
I'll show you the picture.
Yeah, comes and shows me the picture. And I'm like, seems like there's quite some work to do here. And then the next thing is, I have some things to tell you, by the way. And then you go through the things they have to tell you, and you're like, disaster. But then, you don't want to tell them that it's disaster.
You want to give them a chance.
You tell them, be careful, pursue it. Let's see how it turns out.
Goes, yeah.
Because then, they have a will, they have a choice. They should be able to decide whom they want to take home. But in most cases, 70-80%, they fail. They come back with the same thing over as in, you are right. You know, it was hell.
My problem
Hell.
with such people,
Hell.
they go back and look for that kind of person again.
They keep going back.
And I want us, on that note, I want us to talk about the ladies also that look for a particular kind of man. They have that man in their head. They have the man they idolized, and so they measure every man against that man. And if that man cannot make half or even or he cannot make 100% of that other man, they don't waste their time. And so they take too long in being single. But when you ask them, there are people that are coming to them, but they're like, if he's not like so and so, I'm not taking. If he's not
so
like
you're looking for your ex.
So you're looking for your ex, an ex that you will never find.
Yeah. Oh,
there's so
sad.
many. There are so
Very
many
sad.
of those.
Really
So you
sad.
also do an audit on yourself and say, you know, what have I been looking for? If my yardstick has been so and so.
And by the way, that does not mean you're compromising. No, you're coming to your senses.
Exactly.
You are helping you. Some people take it as compromise. No. Get this right. It's not compromise. You were wrong from the word go. You were looking for your ex who left. So right now you're coming to your senses, not to look for your ex anymore, but look for the right man that will make you happy, that will love you right. And if you did not have closure with that ex of yours, okay, if possible, have it. Because one of the reasons as to why you're still looking for your ex is because there was no proper closure. Okay? And so your ex still lingers in your
you are obsessed.
it still lingers in your subconscious and is strong there. You're still with your ex who is now married with 5 children. So close that door, free yourself up.
Make friendships.
And that
open
brings
up.
me to my next point of prayer.
Exactly. We were thinking the same. Yeah, prayer is very crucial. And not praying, for me, I think something that really worked for me, that I know that can work for so many people. I used to pray for God's will in my life.
That's
I did
true.
not pray with a particular name to say that,
But you allowed
I
God to
claim
take-
so and
yeah.
so, I want so and so. God, if I don't get so and so, I was like, God, I want your will to be done in my life. What I want is ABCD, happiness, a lasting marriage. This is what I want, a man that I will serve you with, a man that I will create a family, a man that I mentioned the attributes that I wanted, not the attributes in terms of looks, but praying that God will have his will be done in my life.
Proverbs 19:14 says, a father may leave houses and wealth to their sons, but only God gives an understanding wife. Let me tell you, God knows it that there are women who are not understanding.
Wow.
Otherwise it wouldn't be scripture. To a man out there, it is a crown. It is joy. It is peace to have that kind of woman who allows you to sleep.
They don't give you sleepless nights. Usually they're dreaming of what? Goats and cows
Hilda.
chasing you.
Hilda, there are men out there, because I'm dealing with men directly, who will tell you, if I was given an option to get out of my marriage today, I would fly. But then I remember the covenant.
Yeah.
And I'm in there just because of that.
To keep my word.
You get the point?
But it's painful.
So sometimes when I look at you, the single guy, the single girl, I'm like, you have an opportunity here. You pray about the man
Or the woman.
or the woman that's getting into your life. Don't take that for
They
granted.
make you or break you.
You don't want hell in your home.
Yeah.
At least you'd rather go back home peaceful to sleep. Don't you see that you're lonely right now? Hey,
Get a wrong person.
when you have the wrong person, you're not just lonely.
Yeah.
You have hell to deal with.
Yeah.
And
that's
I'm talking
painful.
about real hell.
That's painful.
Where someone just wakes up in the night and clobbers you like you're punching bag. Like a punching bag.
Wow.
Okay? Where you have someone who's so narcissistic and does not care and does not give a damn. So you have an opportunity to pray. You'd rather stay 10 years single, okay,
Yep.
than married to the wrong guy for just 6 months. Oh, no, 1 week.
That's more painful. That's hell.
1 week can be more than 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you know when you have to leave work as a man and you're like, am I going back home right now? The reason as to why men have made bars their homes is because they're not sure if they are going back home. They're not sure. So they feel like a bar is a
Let me
much
pass
better option.
time here.
It's like, I would rather go and sit there up to 2 in the morning. So I just sneak into my house and sleep and get out as early as 6.
And you'll even see how they look. They are peaceless. They are restless. They are...
So, lonely? Eish.
Make a
As
bad
I
decision
said-
and you will see what
As
it
I
means.
said, lonely for 10 years? Gwe. 1 week, 2 weeks.
Of bad decisions, of a bad partner is hell. Wow. I hope that you've been able to
take
look
time
into
to pray,
this. Yeah.
and when you are praying, just like Hilda said, engage or believe that God will bring the right person
yeah. And
in
give
your
you
life.
discernment.
As far as the east is from the west, so are God's ways from our ways. The package may not come wrapped in silver and gold. It may come to you wrapped in dung and dirt and smelly. But if it's coming from God, receive it.
Yeah.
I repeat
God
it.
will give you the
The
discernment.
package that will come from God may not come wrapped in silver and gold, but it may come wrapped in dung. But when it's gold, wrapped in yes, smelling like that. But when in there is gold.
So don't
Now,
listen to people's opinion.
Don't.
No.
Don't
Seek for validation from anyone. It's your life and it's your decision. We need to get out of here.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for those of you that I know will come through and even ask more questions, because I know that so many of us are in different crossroads and we need a bit of guidance and a bit of help. Some of you mentioned that on YouTube you don't get the numbers, so 0757 117 117 is the number. 0757 117 117 is the number. Make sure that you get in touch with us. We can be able to help. We can stand with you in prayer, in guidance, in counseling, in coaching. Let's grow together and let's create lasting marriages.
The coaching experience will be happening on the 26th
of July.
Yes. This very month.
At the Plaza.
We invite you all to come.
Yes.
Men will be having a private session as men on that very day. We'll have a full hour to explore, to work on us as men. We recently registered an association is called Inspire Men Initiative, and what a wonderful association when men come together and think together, work together, lend a helping hand to a fellow man and believe in a fellow man, create opportunities for each other and work together as a team. And we're working on a project that we've co-named 100 men, okay, raising 100 acres, and each man walking away with an acre of land for only 10 million.
So if you want to be a part of
So
it,
you
same
want to be
number.
part of it. So
Yeah.
in 1 year, call it in a year and a few months, we should be having the results already. Over 40 men have already registered and they have already started. Now this helps a man to save, but above all, in Kampala,
To be a landowner.
To be a landowner is not a simple thing. It's not an easy thing. But where you have an association and working together as a group, I can assure you we're going to have it. So try to get to the coach experience on the 26th and join us so that we can plan more and work more together as a group.
All right,
you.
from us to you is a goodbye.